If you've ever wondered what should be in a professional outdoor first aid kit, if you're working on the water or on the hills, this is what I have. A dry bag to get everything into. The actual first aid kit itself is nearly the smallest part of it. I'm not going to open this, it's wrapped in about 3 bin bags to keep it clean and dry. And that is just lots and lots of slings, wound dressings, bandages, plasters, antiseptic wipes, safety pins, things like that. And if you do a rec or a wilderness first aid course, they'll be talking through exactly what should be in the actual first aid kit part of it. I'll also put in a link here. And then extra to the first aid kit, I carry in the bottom of my dry bag a small lightweight sleeping bag for hypothermia. I carry 2 survival bags or bivy bags, which can also be doubled up and used as an improvised stretcher for a short distance. Foil blankets, I carry 4 of those, and they're amazing used in conjunction with your bivy bag and your sleeping bag. SAM splint for treating a fracture, I carry 2 of those. A sheet of plastic for a sucking chest wound, which is hopefully something I'll never have to deal with. A CPR face mask. Just a plain plastic syringe that you would buy for dosing the cows, and that works great to flush out a cut or a wound that's full of dirt. You just fill this syringe with clean water, not from a stream but from your drinking bottle, and then squirt it at fairly high pressure into the cut or the scratch, and that will flush out all the bits of dirt, as opposed to you having to pick around in the cut with a pair of tweezers. A high-vis jacket, either for attracting attention, or you never know when you'll be delayed on the hills or on the water and having to come down onto country roads in the dark. Some cable ties. Some iodine, which makes a great wound dressing. A couple of handheld flares and a smoke flare for bringing in either a lifeboat or a helicopter. You could say the flares are a little bit of overkill, but having been in a situation up on Carrauntoohil with a heart attack waiting for a helicopter to come in, having had a smoke flare could have been handy. Not that it would have made much difference. Emergency food, so beef jerky and raisins and jelly babies. The problem is to try not to eat this emergency food unless it actually is an emergency. And what you want with your emergency food is some good sugar and some bad sugar. You want both sets, which is why the jelly babies are great, but you've got to have the raisins, the beef jerky, the nuts, the bags of trail mix, that sort of thing. And they have a great shelf life. I carry a little flashcard with some handy emergency numbers and also some quick recognition signs for things like stroke, heart attack, shock, heat stroke. Medication. we can give certain medication having done the appropriate first aid course, and with a couple of stipulations, such as that the casualty has to have taken them before. So we carry paracetamol, Nurofen, aspirin, an antihistamine, and Dioralyte. To be honest, that first aid kit takes up about half of my backpack. It's a big set of equipment and it's well packed. So what I also carry is a really quick, simple first aid kit in the top of my bag, which is pretty much just some safety pins, a few plasters, a few compeeds, a spraying bandage, and an inhaler. So if it's something quick and simple, I can have that little first aid kit out of my backpack or my dry bag in about 90 seconds, and I can deal with something quick and simple, as opposed to having to go into this big first aid kit, unpack things and pull things out. And the one thing I'm missing from this, it's actually drying in the equipment shed at the moment, is one of those orange storm shelters, Kishues, which is essential to also have.